Hello everyone, my name is Strider Stone. I'm the mayor of Sodium City. I'm currently getting roped by a Boros feather deck that had lands on the battlefield, but they no longer have lands. Hello my fair citizen, Strider Stone here with another land destruction deck gone wrong. So this one we were utilizing Fall the Thran with Ashiok, which is a favorite combo of mine if you have been a frequent of the channel. But in the end, in order to make it a better deck, unfortunately we had to remove Fall the Thran because it just seemed a bit too clunky in this particular deck. So for about half this video, you will see Fall the Thran in the deck, but in the end, I did have to take it out because it felt a bit clunky. But when Fall the Thran enters the battlefield, you get to destroy all lands. This includes yours, so you will have to keep that in mind when playing it. However, we do also have the 3-mana Ashiok. So 3-mana Ashiok has the -1 ability of target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard, then exile each opponent's graveyard. This is amazing because Fall the Thran, once you blow up all lands, you then get to exile their graveyard. We want to do that because the next 2 turns with Fall the Thran on the battlefield, it says each player gets to return 2 lands from their graveyard to the battlefield. Now, obviously, we don't want them to return those 2 lands, so that's why we have Ashiok out, and Ashiok can exile their graveyard so that they don't get to bring back any lands, and we get to bring back lands. Most importantly, lands like Lotus Field. So Lotus Field is one of my favorite cards. It's a land that comes into the battlefield tapped. It has hexproof. When it enters the battlefield, you do have to sacrifice 2 lands, which sucks. However, we have ways to get around that. Most importantly, we have Strict Proctor and Blood Sun. Those are the 2 things that we have. Blood Sun, it removes all abilities except mana abilities from lands. Super important. This means that unfortunately no more hexproof on the Lotus Field. It doesn't come into play tapped, but you still get to tap it for 3 mana of any color. And most importantly, you don't have to sacrifice lands. That's the good stuff. Then we also have Strict Proctor, which is a 1/3 flyer. Whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter that ability unless its controller pays 2 colorless. Now, this kind of cucks us a couple times because we do have Golos in the deck later on. Golos, when it enters the battlefield, you search your library for a land card, put it in the battlefield, so you have to pay 2 in order to do that. So there is a little bit of a non-combo there, and it's the same with Blood Sun. When it enters the battlefield, you get to draw cards. So if you want to do that, you have to pay another 2. Same with Authority of the Consuls. Whenever their creatures enter the battlefield, they enter the battlefield tapped, but you also get to gain a life. In order for you to gain a life, you have to pay 2. So there is a lot of non-synergy in this deck with Strict Proctor. So that is something you'll want to take into account for. There is definitely a strong consideration to take out Strict Proctor and throw in Stifle instead. Like I said, because Strict Proctor kind of cucks a lot of things in the deck, the thing is that in order to get Lotus Field down as reliably as possible without having to sacrifice lands, you want to have Strict Proctor or Blood Sun out on the battlefield. Especially earlier on in the game when we were playing Fall the Thran, earlier on in the deck when we were playing Fall the Thran, when you bring back the lands, when we bring back Lotus Field, most importantly, we obviously don't want to have to sacrifice it right away, right? So we want to make sure we have that Blood Sun or the Strict Proctor. Later on, yeah, we can have Stifle, but bringing it back with Fall the Thran, it just seemed really clunky, and that's why later on in the deck, we ended up just removing it completely. But there is still discussion about just taking out Strict Proctor entirely, or taking out Authority of the Consuls. There seems to be a big surge in flash decks again, so Authority of the Consul is actually a lot more underwhelming than it was. So there is, again, definitely an argument for taking out Authority of the Consuls, which does also remove some of the non-combo stuff with Strict Proctor, and you can change that for something. I have no idea yet. Maybe a counterspell, whatever you want to do. But those would be the changes I would make. I definitely had to take out Fall the Thran. Currently, it just seemed way too clunky. The other card you could take out would be Ashiok. I really like Ashiok, but it was mainly just in there to combo with the Fall of the Thran. Our main win condition was the 6-mana Chandra. 6-mana Chandra is just amazing. First of all, it can't be countered. Very, very important. Has the +2 ability of each opponent gets an emblem with at the beginning of your upkeep, this emblem deals 1 damage to you. Now, this does suck because you don't control the emblem. So if you were running a card that increased the damage you deal to the opponent, whatever that is, it wouldn't actually do anything with that emblem because the opponent controls that emblem. Something to keep in mind. She also has the -3 effect of it deals 3 damage to each non-elemental creature, so it's kind of like a board wipe, but it's non-elementals only. I'm not aware of any elementals that are super prevalent right now, so it should be fine. But then she also has the -X ability, which deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker. If a permanent dealt damage this way would die, exile it instead. This is amazing because obviously exiling a planeswalker or a big creature is super, super nice. And the fact that she comes in with 6 loyalty and has a +2, her loyalty racks up really, really high, really, really easily. So getting a minus ability on her is like, it's really easy. You don't have to sacrifice her in order to do that minus ability. Really, really, really good. But you pretty much just stack on the emblems as much as possible. You try to activate Golos as early as possible. Keep in mind that you do need to have 2 Lotus Fields on the battlefield in order to activate Golos's ability. Obviously, we cannot run a World Tree or Cascading Cataracts in this deck because Blood Sun does deactivate both of those abilities, except for Cascading Cataracts. Sorry, you can run Cascading Cataracts, it just won't be indestructible. But you can do the other thing because it is a mana ability. But World Tree does not work. It doesn't make all your mana tap for whatever color. The other thing you could do, possibly add in Chromatic Lantern. That's if you want to go all in on the Golos. But there's just so many ways that this deck could be adjusted and tweaked to what you want. But the core is going to be the Chandra for the win condition, the Golos, Sphinx's Revelation, because having 4 Lotus Fields is just absolutely amazing. And then the Blood Sun Strict Proctor, so you can get the ramp, is super, super, super important. Outside of that, it's pretty much anything else you want to throw in there. You can throw in any other colors if you want to go 4 color or 5 color. Golos is really, really nice for that. It's a solid deck. Later on, it was a very, very solid deck, but I wish I had more chances to kind of tweak around with it. I wish I could get Fall of the Thran to work with the deck, but taking it out seemed to make it a little bit more reliable and it felt much better. If you want the finalized version of the deck, it is going to run you 51 rares and 5 mythics, so it's really expensive, and I only got 3 games with the finalized version, and so I don't know if I would necessarily say it's the truth, but it did feel a lot better. So I don't know. I guess I could say I dare you to play it. Yeah, I dare you to play it. I dare you to play it. It should be fine, but again, I don't have extensive testing with this particular deck. But if you want the list, it should be linked at the top right-hand corner of this video. It should take you over to my Aetherhub page. If you want the text-based version, it should be in the description below, as well as another link to the Aetherhub page. Stay salty and enjoy the games. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's like, just play the game. You pressed play. I assumed you wanted to play the game, right? Isn't that what the play button is? Play the game? I thought play was play, not pretend that you're 5-head. Mono brown. Would be a great match for us if we had our card. Memory Deluge is gonna help. It will help. Who's blowing up my phone? Hold on. Somebody is blowing up my phone. It's my dad.
Are you winning, son?
Oh. Nothing important. Okay, cool. Heliod's intervention, let's go! Six. Okay. Shatterstorm. Shatterstorm would be Pog. How much do you want that spell? Oh, nice. We got 3 lands and a foreskin monument. Nice. Nice. What's up, Ditto? How you doing? No, my poor Ashiok. Maybe they get the Blood Sun. Who knows? Who knows? What's going on, Certified? I am so fucked. Hopefully they get the Blood Sun now.
I can create
Ooh.
or destroy.
I have a Settle the Wreckage for their Olamog, however... they're gonna exile, like, both my Lotus Fields. Which is very bad for us. For obvious reasons. It's just like nothing in the fucking matchup. God damn it. I hate that. We finally have like an amazing hand for it. And it doesn't work with the matchup. I mean, I guess it would. If they played a land, now they can Ulamog. The dick of many things. Alright. Nice dick, bro. It has many things. It has so many things.
Whoa. Nice call.
Do you gain and lose the ranks same way in best of 3? I don't play best of 3, so it's hard to say. What even is this deck? It's just a mono brown deck. It's the normal shit. I can't tell if they... I can't tell if they scried to the top or bottom. I hate that. I fucking hate that. Is that intentional? Do we know if that's intentional or not? Oh, you don't gain it at the same rate. Yeah, if you win, you get 2 pips. If you lose 2 pips. Yeah. Do that's not enough. So we'll just do this.
I wonder what you fear most, little man.
Whoa. Three, four, five, six. I mean, yeah. That's unfortunate. Exile 4 homelogs. I mean, we got one Ugin and a planar bridge. They're at 30 cards. 30. 29 cards. I don't know why I did that on their upkeep. Sure. Thank you. They probably should have got both Lotus Fields, but you know.
Beyond vision.
It's Planar Bridge. Planar Bridge, 8, tap, search your library for a permanent card, put it in the battlefield, shuffle. Him with the sleeping butt plug. All right. I need a Settle the Wreckage and a Heliod's Intervention. Right now. I mean, they're hexproof now. They weren't. Yeah. Wow. Nothing. Really? Fuck is my settle? God damn it. God damn it. I have 2 more settles. And 2 Heliod's Interventions. I needed either of those. Either of those. I dug so deep. I dug 15 deep. And 15. I didn't get either of those. That fucking sucks. 15's a lot of cards. To not get 1 of 4? They're gonna exile all 4, aren't they? I have a feeling that I am about to get fucked. Yeah, Olmog turning sideways. The opponent gonna rope out? Probably not. They're just wasting time. Typical. Because our bottom 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our bottom 9 cards are not ones we need. So they're gonna exile 20. So we have 10 potential cards. 10. 10.
10. 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
They DC, that'd be hilarious. They've been playing slow pretty much all game, so who knows? Maybe they forgot their cat in the microwave. Who knows? What's up, Ghost Blaze? What's going on, Chazel? How you doing? I think they're trying to debate me. Got Mythic the other day. Nice. Grats. Olamog and Rope. Never played this game before. Yeah, it's brutal. Alright. We should be fine. Against trickery, shouldn't you do the reverse? I give the opponent the joy of their combo, because keeping them out of the queue as long as possible means that they're not playing any of you who are in the queue. That's why. Why the fuck else would I? Yeah. Yeah, they want fast games. They don't, well, they don't even want games. Yeah, exactly. They want fast wins or fast losses. How dare you? How dare you, opponent? I cannot condone roping since it's against the terms of service. Public enemy number 1 at this commander game again? Alright, that does happen. Yeah, you don't have to do anything. All you gotta do is Theros gets stomped by control and fast aggro. If you don't mull properly, yeah. Or if it gets countered, then yeah. But it's not like it's great, but it's really fast. It's like elves. Elves aren't 100% either. But they're consistent enough and fast enough for you to get opponents playing Feather, yeah. Much rather play against elves, yeah. Oh boy. How did I get 0 lands out of that? I got 0 lands out of that. Lotus Field. Steal? Alright, 5 non-lands.
You got debated. You got debated. You got debated.
All rise. The debates. Did you need those opponents? You still have one more in your library. I'm sure you're fine. You think they have Mana Tithe? I'm gonna get fucked by a Mana Tithe, aren't I?
Sensation. Oh, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
Behold.
That's a feather, and that's a third Dreadhorde? Yikes. How does that make you feel, opponent? Nice. Nice haste, bruh. Playing Just Guy Control? Yeah. Yeah, you could call it Just Guy Control. Yeah. Three, four. I guess that really doesn't matter. Wait. I needed to do that for more, right?
Glad I could help with your not being on fire problem.
All right. Why just why? What do you mean? How do you not like Just Guy Control? I guess I should have done this first. Yeah. I didn't think about it. But, you know, they should have just Sheltering Light before I did that anyway, right? All right. Everything is fine. Oh, the Control D's nuts joke. Oh. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Pew pew, motherfuckers. Oh, feels so good. The old rope-a-dope, you think? Is it? I hate Just Guy Control. I'm sure Just Guy Control hates you too. I don't like Just Guy Control either, but this kind of Just Guy Control is hilarious. I'm a big fan of this kind of Just Guy Control. Hello everyone, my name is Strider Stone. I'm the mayor of Sodium City. I'm currently getting roped to buy a Boros Feather deck that had lands on the battlefield, but they no longer have lands. They no longer have lands. AMA. AMA. starting to get my beard going. What beard oils do you like? It's hard to say. I do more of a beard jelly now because I need something that has a little bit more sustenance, almost like a beard oil with some wax in it, because it kind of does a bit of shaping as well. But you don't need that necessarily if you're just starting. Just remember that if you're doing beard oil, or what you should be doing, only do it like once a day. And yeah, do it once a day and apply it to your skin and not your beard itself. I think you can apply it to the beard, obviously, because it gives it a shine, but you want to apply it to your skin. Moist and tasty with the tier 3, 9 months. The salty baby. I don't have my headphones on, so I couldn't hear it. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. So like people who say they have itchy beards and stuff like that, it essentially means that they didn't oil their beard. Or they didn't oil their face. That is the best way to do it. That means your beard won't be itchy. Because it's only itchy because your skin is irritated. But your skin won't be irritated if you take care of it. But you don't want to over oil it. Wash your beard once every 2 to 3 days. Don't do it every day. That's not good for it. So you don't want to strip out the natural oils. Playing Magic, can't play words at the same time? Sure you can. Sure you can. You're a citizen of Sodium City. You can do whatever you want, I believe. Suckman? Alright, Suckman.
Suckman.
Do I keep this? Matchful. What do? Keep mole. Alright. Top of your chat, you should have a little drop down box that says, what do? Do we keep or do we mole? We're on the draw. We're on the draw. We are on hashtag Team No Moly. But you never know. If we top deck a Blood Sun and a land or a Proctor, we're in fucking, like, Cash Moneyville. But who knows if that would happen? Snap keep. 8 to 5, 10 to 5. Looks like I'm keeping it. Definitely looks like, yeah. Snap tie the vote, you mean? Bunch of amateurs. We get one more land. We get one more land. AMDYTHM. I don't know what that is. Code? Is it a code? Oh no, give me another land. Please, another land? One more land, please. Never punished? Hey, if I don't get a land, then I'm punished. But if I get a land, then I'm definitely not punished. Land! Land. 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 Untapped would be preferable, but I'm not picky right now. As long as it's not Lotus Field. All right. Please don't have another Feed the Swarm. Please. Please. Please? Okay. We Gucci. Hello? Rude.
Burn it up here.
Please tell me you didn't top deck another one. Okay. Is that a sliver? Chat, that was a sliver. Oh no, it wasn't. It was a Grasp of Darkness. Just kidding. I lied. I don't know why I thought it was a sliver. Either way, we have Fall of the Thran into Ashiok next turn, hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, beautiful. Woody, welcome to Sodium City. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. All right. Goodbye. Killed the wrong planeswalker. Biatch. I know, right? Wrong target. Let's just bring that one back. That's demoralizing, I must say. Let's top deck another Lotus Field for funsies. Oh. Tried. So I'm playing Historic. What's the best deck in Historic? Ooh. That's hard to say because I don't play meta decks. I only brew my own decks. I also only play best of one. So it kind of depends on what you mean by best. If you're talking fun, that I can definitely help you with. If you're talking fun that will get you to Mythic, I can also help you with that. But it all depends on your play style. I don't typically play aggro decks either. So I don't know. It all depends. Usually you can take, because you can take a top tier deck. If there's a top tier control deck and a top tier aggro deck, and you like playing control, right? Let's just say you love playing control and you hate playing aggro, and you take a top tier aggro deck, you could like eat shit for 20 games back to back to back. It's because you don't like playing it or you don't have a lot of experience playing it. So there's a lot of nuances for that, right? And same vice versa. If you're mainly an aggro player and then you try to do best of 3 control, it's just a different mindset. You have completely different things to play. What if you like eating shit? Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's how you get better. You get better by eating shit. 35. CD Greg, welcome to Sodium City. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. We're at 3,986 followers right now. But I do have a good control list. You would have to make it a best of 3. You'd have to make it into a best of 3, but it is good. What does this do? Oh. Hog. I get something that's useful. 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 Yeah. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Discard 2 cards. All right, 21 turn clock. Such a dick. Every time something gets countered with Strict Proctor, this fucking thing laughs. Oh, that's true. They probably will deck first. You're right. Shamans is fun. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on how, like, balls deep you need to get. Or how balls deep you want to get into the tier list. If you're like trying to climb super heavy for like #1 spot. If you're trying to climb the mythic ladder seriously and do tournaments and shit, I would not be the stream you want to go to. I stream because I do a different brew every single day, so obviously my brews are not going to be on point every day, right? Because there's not like what 365 A+ tier decks. Right? It's just not possible. I'm also not a decorated veteran. But there are plenty of people to choose from. I don't see a ton of them online right now, though. Krizu could be good. Opponent! Zombie wave! The zombie wave. Yeah, Krizu would work well with Strict Proctor. Would work. I think there's already a card in white that works with Strict Proctor, right? Or with Krogza. I forgot what it was. Zombie. The zombie wave is great. It's just like Hutchbringer, yeah, that thing. Thank you. Another one? The old rope dope. Let's get the rope wig again. This rope wig is getting worn out today. Hello, everyone. My name is Strider Stone. I'm the mayor of Sodium City. I'm currently getting roped to buy a mono black aggro question mark deck. I don't know. They had lands until they didn't, and now they're roping me. So AMA. It is AMA time. Scary to think that the next time of year that there'll be another 1.2k cards in the game. Yeah, probably. Opponent wanted to play Magic. They did play Magic. They played Magic for a while. We let them play lots of Magic. They destroyed our shit with Feed the Swarm. They killed our Chandra, all right? Therefore, I was in the right to blow up all of their lands and then exile their shit because fuck them. You know? It was retaliation. Retaliation. Big difference. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can do things, anything that gives it indestructible. Yeah. There's a lot of things that'll give your lands indestructible. This is a sketchy hand, but it's a hand that we can do something with. They might be going for the combo. Reeks of combo. Yep. I need to get my authority down as soon as possible. Ooh, they missed a land drop, though. Deluge! Give me some shit. That was not the shit I needed. It was not the shit I needed. I can blow up that and that. Do we do that? Or do I wait for something more threatening? You are going to take a damage every turn. As you gain a life every turn. Hopefully you can't kill my Chandra. Hopefully. I mean, they're gaining 2 life a turn, technically. I too am above 20 life. What are you going to do about it, opponent? What are you going to do about it?
My boiling point. Got a burning desire to finish you.
Yeah, about that. About that. So I can blow up both of those and settle the wreckage of this thing. But again, I think I mean, now that we know they have veto, we need to save this for the 5-mana enchantment. That's not good.
A pure soul can inspire others.
Not good at all.
What? That's it?
Wrath and Chandra.
Utterly is the best way to destroy things.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
No pressure.
Disgusting. Exquisite Blood is 5 mana, right? Right? Because you could do the Veto combo. You could do Veto Exquisite Blood with the, what's that new, the new green 5/6 mana thing? Storm? What the fuck is that called? You know what I'm talking about. You could use that and get the combo. Festival of Storm. Yeah. You could use that. You could use that. And just instantly get the combo. The thing, yeah. 5 mana thingamawatch it. Sure.
All right, let's do this thing.
3, 4, 7. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Hope it's not too hot for
I mean, guess I don't need the life, but I mean, you're like super dead. Festival of Ass Eating sounds like a great festival. Just sit there like. At the end of the day, this deck ended up going 7-7. So it wasn't the greatest deck in the world, but it was really fun. However, I did feel that Fall of the Thran was a tad bit too clunky, especially right now in the current meta. People are able to flood the board with creatures, and it's kind of the same issue that Fall of the Thran had in the past, where you can destroy all lands, but the thing is, if you don't have a board presence, it's really difficult to do anything. So unless you can completely demolish their hand and then Fall of the Thran, or if you can Planar Cleansing and then Fall of the Thran in the same turn, it's really, really difficult to get it to work properly. And usually if you're working for like 12 mana trying to do something, it's either too late or you already won it anyway. You know, so it was one of those things that was really, really difficult to balance out the deck. So in the end, we ended up removing Fall of the Thran entirely and one of the Ashioks for 3 Golos. Once we did that, it felt a lot better. It was definitely more smooth, but again, I didn't have a lot of matches with it. So it's hard to say for sure, but that is my opinion on Fall of the Thran right now. It's just a little bit too clunky in the current meta. I wish it was better. I may try to mess around with it a bit more later on, but I feel right now it's just a bit too much. As for the current week matchups after the changes, there really isn't much outside of aggressive hand hate. Pretty much every jank deck is going to have problems against hand hate, Grixis, and mono blue tempo. There's nothing really special about anything else. This deck feels, like I said, it feels really, really nice. I think Strict Proctor cucks a lot of decks right now. So that in the deck alone just destroys people. And then Chandra destroys most control decks. So we don't really have a lot of problems against those as long as we can draw one. So there's an argument to be made about adding another one. Either way, the deck feels much, much better after we took out Fall of the Thran and added the Golos. Obviously, being able to cast a bunch of spells with Golos is amazing. So can't argue with that. It's a fantastic deck. I enjoyed it, but it needs more testing to be 100% sure that it is a quality deck. So keep that in mind. And as for yesterday's comment question of the day, I asked you, what are your opinions on grindy games? Here are your answers. And if you want your comment featured in these videos, make sure that you answer the comment question of the day every single day, 7 days a week in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point, it means you either really enjoyed the video or you fell asleep and I'm waking you up now. Either way, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, come out with videos 7 days a week.